Well, hello, it's Margaret with Margaret Stamping Studio, and I'm here with my newest class in a flash. It is February 28th, the last day for celebration, and also March, there's going to be some new products exclusively online at my Stampin' Up website, so that's pretty exciting. Sad to see a good sale go, but it's exciting to see some new products coming. Today I'm actually going to have my card class is focused on the Petal Park stamp set and punch. So this bundle is in the January to April. It ends the end of April. Mini catalog, and it's a great layering stamp set, and it coordinates with this awesome paper. So we'll be using the paper on a few of the stamps. It also has a great embossing folder. This ribbon is gorgeous. The center is kind of transparent. It's very pretty, and these dots are gorgeous. But today we will be using Rhinestones, one of my favorite blings. And since the stamp set does not have greetings with it, I chose to use the Charming Sentiments bundle, and this is fantastic. So you get all these greetings, and then the dies not only cut out the words, but you also have all these accent pieces, so you can build, they used it to build these candles here. There's flowers, there's hearts, there's stars. It's a really neat, really neat bundle, so you should check that out. All right, so let's get started. We'll go ahead. We're going to start with this one here in the middle. We'll get these two out of the way. And this, I chose the Mango Medley. That is the yellow orangey color that is in the designer paper, and it's just so bright and cheery, and I thought it would be perfect to go with the cardstock and everything. So let me get all my pieces here. We've got our card base, and don't forget, when you place the $35 order using this host code, I'm going to send you a kit to create these cards and supplies to recreate 2 of each. So it does not include stamped images, so you'll either have to use what you have at home, or of course you can always purchase what I've used. So that's entirely up to you, but I do send enough big enough pieces of white for you to stamp other images and just recreate it and make it your own. So that's and I love to see what people make with the pieces, whether it's the exact or whether it's different. It's always fun to see what's being made. So with this stamp set, I'm just using the Night of Navy and the Mango Medley ink. Here's my magic of television. I already have one of those cut out. I was trying to be a little better prepared this time. All right, so with this, I'm using the big background. Let me get the stamp itself. This does the outline, and that's what I'm using for my background there. If you wanted to, you could actually use the filler in on that. Actually, I don't think I'm using that at all today. This stamp set is very versatile. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm just putting this here in the lower corner, just for a little extra detail. Thought it would be nice. And then what I've got, you'll probably end up with 2 different pieces of designer paper for your cards. One has a navy background, the other has a shaded spruce. They're both beautiful. I can't decide which one I like better, so that's why you get 2. You're gonna get 2 different. And look at this wicker weave on the back side. Isn't that cool? This is a brand new Stampin' Seal. We all know my love-hate relationship. I love it, but sometimes I hate that I have to get it going. All right, so this is going to go just about a 1/2 inch from the right edge. No biggie. And then what I did is I'm putting just a little dot of adhesive here on the center of the flower. one good thing about the Stampin' Seal is a lot of times it does not show through vellum. This one has some kind of chunks, so I'm not sure. And so what I'm doing is I'm just centering that top and bottom, right and left, over my designer paper. So you can't see it there. You can see it a little bit there, but I had some glops, so I think that's why. But that doesn't bother me because we're going to cover it up with some stamps, some punched flowers. Let's get those. So I'm taking the outline, and of course, what's stamping without a little bit of inky fingers? Put my pinky right there in that Night of Navy. Go ahead and stamp that. Oh, well, we'll go with it. I actually, on my original card, I did the mango outline, and then I filled in with a stamped off of the filler. So let's see here. Here it is. So here's the solid images. Let's go with the mango. And I am going to stamp this off. There we go. Just fill that in. I love how easy that is. All right, and my punch. I always find it so much easier to stamp first, punch second. Some people have really good luck lining up, if they punch first and then stamp your little punch up pieces. I have never been good at that. Okay, so we've got our 3 flowers here. And for the greeting, I did Beyond Grateful, and I just want to show you how easy this is. I already have one stamped and cut out, but how easy that is to line up. And I use a little piece of washi tape or painter's tape to hold that in place. And here, let me move that. So it has these little dots in the die, so you can see the end of those, of your words. So you gotta make sure that lines up. You won't see much, if any, white border. The inside of your die should be lined up exactly with your words. And then you run that through your stamp and emboss machine, or cut and emboss, excuse me. And where did I've got one cut out somewhere. Of course I do. See, no matter, the punch. You guys are probably shouting at me, it's under the punch, it's under the punch. All right, and then I've got thank you to go on the inside of the card. So let's doing our stamping. Let's get that done. Go. Yep, so zip that through, zoop, and now we've got our verse. And I'm just using regular seal. To put these flowers down. I think with this card, I think I do like them, the outline in the mango and then stamped off for the center. I mean, this isn't bad. It doesn't quite match the card as much as I'd like it to, but I messed up. And I'm the only one that's gonna know. Someone else might say, oh yeah, that's real cute, I really like it, but they didn't know what I have in my mind. And actually, these flowers do look a lot like that one, so that's pretty good. Okay, so we've got Beyond Grateful. I was doing that at an angle. Now I can't tell if it's quite straight or not. Good thing about vellum, you can kind of pick that dimensional up off of it. Now we'll put adhesive on the inside of our card. Nice little layer there. And, oh, can't forget the bling. We'll go ahead and add some rhinestones. Now with this card class, like I said, you get it, the card kits with a $35 purchase. If your order is 50 or more, you'll also get a package of these rhinestones as an extra little thank you from me. I forgot to bring my pickup tool over here. There we go. So tips and scissors work sometimes. But there, isn't that so cute? It's so sweet, and it just, I love how the vellum just kind of tones the card down just enough, because that mango is quite bright, but it's just beautiful, if I do say so myself. All right, here is our second card we're going to be creating. Wishing you everything wonderful, because you totally deserve it. I love the whimsy of these sentiments. They're very sweet, very cute. So let's get this out of the way. Let me close these up because I will put my fingers in them again. I do need them for the last card, but that's all right. Now this one, I think I got inspiration from this out of one of the catalogs that had a monochromatic kind of feel to it, and just the stripes. So this is a very easy card, but it's, to me, I think it's just very elegant and pretty. And it's just a thick vanilla, oops, goes with that one. A thick vanilla card base. And then we're going to adhere the strips of cardstock. And I want to make sure, especially this one, is lined up nice and square with the right edge and the top fold. And the color combination, at first I wasn't so sure while I was putting the colors together, but I think they really look kind of classy together. It's soft sea foam, mint macaroon, pool party, and then soft succulent. Oh, and just to let you know, the 2021 to 2023 in colors are going to be retiring the end of April. And so if you have a favorite color, you want to check your stock and make sure that you have your ink refill, maybe get some extra blends, you're set on your cardstock, because once they sell out, they're going to be gone. They're not guaranteed through the end of April. So I would hate for you to miss out on your favorites. So make sure, double, triple check, make sure you've got all that you want. Because trust me, you'll be sad if you lose out. Okay, now what I did here with these, I'm only using the soft succulent ink, and I'm just using a quick wet cloth to wipe off my stamps today. And I am going to stamp just the outline. I have a extra piece of scrap paper here just to protect the side of my card, because I didn't on my original. So, you know, you want to make sure you protect your work. So what I'm doing is I'm just stamping it once up here in the upper left of my squares. And on these larger stamps, I actually like to tap my ink pad to the stamp. I feel like I get a better coverage that way. And then I'm going to stamp it again down here. All right, next we'll take the outlines of the flowers. And this actually lines up, if I can figure it out. So you've got your large stamp will go, your large flower here, the medium, and then the small. And you just kind of line it up in there however you like. Make sure it's not overlapping the leaves. And there you go. And we'll stamp it a second time. Because I didn't really pay close enough attention to those being so close, but that's all right. It's still beautiful. All right, get this out of the way. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so I did the same thing with wishing you everything wonderful. And then I lined it up and ran it through the Big Shot. I don't think I really need to show you that again. And I stamped, because you totally deserve it, on the inside. That's such a great saying. And I close this up. Now I'm going to wrap the open weave soft succulent ribbon. I'm just wrapping it around the lower third portion of the card. And I'm going to tie a knot. And I'm going to try to tie it kind of loosely because I don't want this knot to be real bulky. Sometimes when you tie it real tight, it makes a nice ball, and I don't want that. All right, now this little label, this came from the, I want to say it's the Poppy labels. It has been a die set for a while. We've had it painted labels. That's what it is, and it coordinates with some of the Poppy stamp sets. But yep, this, the painted labels, so I use that one from this. This coordinates with the painted Poppy stamp set. And those are adorable. I almost used those today, and then I said, no, let me use something else. Because I've had this is new, and I haven't used it yet, and I thought, oh, I need to use it. There's nothing sadder than a stamp set that hasn't been used. All right, so I'm covering the knot of the ribbon with the upper left section of the label, and I'm just gluing the verse flush right on the label. And then again, I'm coming back in with some more bling. Gotta love the rhinestones. Even if they go flying off at you. Let's see, I cut up my sheets a lot. So I have all these wonky pieces here. Yep, and I'm just putting 3 on here. Yeah, and I think this needs to be trimmed just a little. All right, so there is our second card, and that is crooked. It might have to stay crooked. Oh, nope, fixed it. All right, good deal. All right, wishing you everything wonderful. Super sweet. Okay, now for our third and final card already. That's the Hey There, What's New? That's another one of my favorite verses out of the Charming Sentiments. So you'll see I have the circle wreath here, and I wanted to show you real quick how I made that. I used the Stylish Shapes circle dies. Well, the circles that are in that set. It's the largest and the second to largest die, and I just used my washi tape again, and I just kind of taped them together, and then I put them on my paper, ran it through the Big Shot, and you end up with the frame and then an inner circle. So I'm just saving my inner circle for later, but that easy way to get frames with your dies is just kind of putting a little washi tape to stick them together. All right, and again, I have a Hey There already, so we'll set that aside. And oh, here's all my papers. Oh, I already stamped What's New too. Boy, I was efficient. All right, so now I guess I just need my mango stamps. So this uses 5 of the different patterns of the DSP. And that's called, the designer paper's called Regency Park. And it's a fun, it's got a lot of great patterns. I actually used it for, I did a card class with Bingo the other night, and oh, well, those are always so much fun. If you're interested, just give me a shout. I do them virtually every 3rd month. So my next one will be in May. And we make 3 cards and then play Bingo for some Stampin' Up! Products. It's a lot of fun. But I use this with the Silly Goose stamp set. Oh my gosh, those cards are so cute. Alright, so I stamp those and then punch those out. Like so. Oh, I have my other colors. I wanted to recreate like the colors and pick up the colors in that designer paper for the flowers. I didn't want just all one color again. So I went ahead and I did the outline in navy. And then I used Petal Pink, which is the pink in this card, the Bashful Blue, and the Mango. Okay, this one's a little tricky. Good enough. Yeah, when you're using scrap paper, you should make sure it's big enough for you to have something to hold on to, or at least stamp it off to one side. I should have thought about that. This one's not too bad. Okay, so we've got all our flowers. We've got our designer paper. Let's get that done and out of the way. So all I did here is so easy. And look at that. Isn't that such a cute little petal pink floral? I'm going to layer this print at the very top edge. And then, see, again, another beautiful print. Layer the green little floral at the bottom. And then what I do not measure. I just lay them down and eyeball it. And then I go back and adhere them down. I like to kind of have them laying in place first, just so I make sure I don't get them too wonky. A little bit of wonky is just fine. A whole lot of wonky, not so much. And I hope you're checking out all the back side of these papers. It seems like one side has a nice floral, and that's Sweet Sorbet is the other color in this paper. And then the other is a nice small detailed print. Or even just a solid pattern. So we're going to glue this on our shaded spruce. Oops, that's not quite. Ooh, I'm going to very carefully pull this up because I didn't have it quite to the edge. Oh, I got that all wonky. All right. That's way too wonky for me to be happy. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't want to pull off. Much better, much better. Okay, I can live with that. All right, now we're going to attach this to our Petal Pink card base. We're just going to center that. We'll put what's new on the inside. And isn't that font just fun? I really like that one. There's a little bit of adhesive right there. All right, good deal. Next, we will lay down our little circle frame. I guess it's more of a I was going for a wreath look. I think I achieved it okay. The scrap paper is going to be all goopy. Alright, so we're going to layer that up towards the top, trying to make sure it's centered. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the blue flower down here and the mango up top. Then we'll go ahead and use a dimensional on the Petal Pink flower. And then I'm just going to use the small ones, and I'm going to put the small mango down below and the blue up here on the mango. Just so that kind of floats over. Oh, I put the wrong side up on that. I was so excited about the different color. That's all right, that's pretty cute. All right, and now for the back of this hey there, I'm needing to use the mini dimensionals. I'm so glad we have these. That makes life so much easier. And I thought it was cute, kind of overlapping the white strip here. And so that's where my placement for the hey there is. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and use up this last large one. Put that right there. And for this one, I ended up using a total of 5 little rhinestones on this. I just thought it needed some extra. I mean, it has a fair enough going on its own right, but sometimes I just like lots. Okay, so there's that. And that's done. Wow, we've got all of our cards created. I really hope you enjoyed them. Remember to use my my host code VEVPG9DZby when placing your orders. And that way I know that you want to receive this kit. I hope you enjoyed my video, and we'll stamp with you again soon. Thanks so much.